I post ASMR and non-ASMR content almost daily. Included in that content is a monthly vlog, which I am actually shooting right now. Hi guys, it's Inception ASMR and non-ASMR vlog. So every month you get a vlog, and I look crazy right now. So I'm showing a little behind the scenes of my day. So we're gonna say bye to the vlog for this clip and get into the video. So my website is always linked in the description box below. It is just asmrxbabe.com, and it really helps to support my channel when you join. We are so close to 550 members. We might be there already, so check the comments and check the description box if so, because as of today, me filming, I think we're at like 546 members, and when I get to 550, I will be doing a bonus video here on YouTube as a thank you. And I did do a bonus video this month in May for all of my tiers on my website, so please check it out. Also, I just did a live stream this past Friday, May 17th, and it will be up just through the next 24 hours. So if you'd like to see that, it is over an hour long. You can check my website out, and thank you in advance for your support, and thank you to those that are members. Today we're going to be talking about party planning, event planning, my how-tos, go-tos, what to-dos, and specifically, I just made that up and it sounded really cute. And specifically, we are going to be talking about how I am planning my sister's baby shower. I am a fabulous event planner. I will give myself a pat on the back for that one confidently. I've worked in events and marketing events much of my career. I've been to a million. I plan amazing trips. I've planned an amazing destination wedding. I'm a planner and I'm good at it. Gotta be really detail oriented and not forget anything. So I'm just going to be telling you about my whole process for planning my sister's baby shower. So hopefully you can take some tips if you're planning any bachelorettes, which I've planned for my sister as well. Well, pieces of it. She's very involved as well. She's like me. She's a control freak. Bridal shower, things like that. So, I have an older sister. She is pregos. She lives in New York City. She does not live here with me in Philly. She moved there, I want to say like 12 years ago at this point. But I see her often. New York and Philly are not too far from each other. She comes home, I go there. We've gone on other trips and things together. So my sister and I are very close. So her and I were actually engaged at the same time, and our weddings were just a couple months apart from each other. So I got married in March of 2023. She got married in July. I got engaged in September 2021. She got engaged in December. So while we were both engaged, we were both in the thick of wedding planning, and so she planned a lot of her bridal shower on her own, and to this day we'll say, like, we've gotten in fights about this, like, oh, like, I didn't do anything, blah blah blah. No, like, she wanted to do it herself, because again, control freak. I'm the same way, so she can't fool me, you know what I mean? But with her baby shower, she is, handing the reins for the most part to myself, my mom, and her mother-in-law. But of course, give people time, okay, to put this on their calendar. And make sure you're thinking about things like relevant holidays, whatever, right? You're not probably gonna throw a party the day after Thanksgiving. You get it. That part's easy. I will say too, I am a big proponent of this. The trend for things like bridal showers and baby showers are moving towards having these things on a Saturday, and I love it, okay? I had my bridal shower on a Saturday because I don't do anything on Sundays unless it's something like this event that I'm going to for someone else. Sundays are my rot day, my sacred day to sit and do what I want, relax, do nothing, whatever. Like, I'm never making plans on a Sunday. You guys know this about me. And also Saturday, it was like I wanted to like turn up afterwards. Like, I wanted to continue the party. There's nothing worse than a tease of a party, right? Like, everyone's having some wine from like 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. and then we just go home. Not me. I had a whole after party for my bridal shower at my house, and all the boys came over, and it was great. So my sister is wanted to have her shower this time around on a Saturday. Her bridal shower was on a Sunday. She wants to do her baby shower on a Saturday. And she was like, a lot of people are doing it. I was like, AKA, like, you copied me, like, I'm right, it makes sense. So just something to consider. I think plenty of people are still having their stuff on Sunday, and it's totally fine. But if you have yours on a Saturday, you are me, and I am you, and we are one, and I love you. Then it's about choosing a venue. So for this, my sister, she chose her venue. She actually chose the same place that she did her bridal shower at because it was beautiful. And we had a good time there. She has contacts there, whatever. So she's like handling that piece of it and chose the actual venue. Also, she lives in New York. I don't. She knows New York City, so it just kind of was easier that way. But she wanted to do that. I personally have talked about this, like the cost is something to keep in mind, right? So a lot of times with these things, the tradition would be like other people pay, right? Like your parents pay for your baby shower, your parents pay for your bridal shower, da da da. Not everybody's families have that type of money. For me, my parents gave me money to help with my wedding. But it was just like a set amount. They're like, here you go, like, this is the amount that you are gonna have from us, do what you want with it. It was very generous, but not anywhere near enough to like cover my whole wedding and my shower, whatever. So technically I didn't use it for my shower, but like I paid for my own shower, which like I had it at a restaurant. I ended up paying all this money. I'm like, why did I even do this? Like, I should have did this in my backyard, because the whole point is like to get gifts and things to help you with your new home and your wedding and things like that. And I didn't like make anything off of it, you know what I mean? Obviously it was a great celebration, but it was just the cost of things gets out of control. So honestly, no shame in considering doing these things at your house, catered. If you don't have a catering budget, I know like a lot of times families will come together and make things for each other. Like Tony's family is all about that. Like they all like to cook. They're all very close and help each other. And whenever there's any type of big parties or anything like that, they're at people's houses. They're at halls, VFWs, whatever. And a lot of times it's just homemade food and it's all delicious. But it's like Aunt Chrissy brings this, Aunt so-and-so, Uncle so-and-so brings this. So, just something to consider. Like when I have a baby shower, I told my mom, I was like, we're having it at your house. I'm not paying $4,000 to like rent out a restaurant, like, and spending that money. It's like, don't even have the shower then, and then just buy yourself $4,000 worth of stuff, like, for your baby, like, rant over. My sister RSVP contact. So here are the invitations. They are super, super cute. I know my sister. I know her style. She also, like I said, she pretends that she doesn't want to be involved, but she sent me a couple different samples of invites that she liked. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna pick this one because this is the cutest out of the ones that you sent me. So it looks like this. It was this little like blue fox theme, and this is really cute, and it's got the cute little envelope. These are from Minted, okay, Minted, and I definitely got, like, as a first time user, a percentage. I think it was like 20% off. They, you pick out your style, you design it, you upload your addresses through an Excel sheet, right? It has you templatize the Excel sheet. You upload them so you don't have to type them in manually or anything crazy, or God forbid, write them out with your hand. I would never. I did that for my thank you letters for my bridal shower. Or no, I guess, did we do the addresses? Did we write the addresses? I don't even remember. But I was writing it out, and it was the worst. I hated it. I was like, I'll never do this again. And Tony, I even split them with Tony. But it was, oh my god, just writing. So we're not doing that. We are getting printed envelopes, and Minted might be like, I mean, they weren't like cheap, but I got like really, like, I'd say like decently fancy ones. I'm sure you can get cheaper ones or whatever. I personally did digital invites for my wedding, although I will say, for the wedding, like, for my wedding, you had to like go on a website and fill out a form to RSVP to like hold your spot, because we did a destination wedding. But whatever. So that's an option, and that was like significantly cheaper. What did I pay for these invites? I don't even know. Like $200. Like, I was like, whoa, because I didn't buy, snail mail, like physical invites for my wedding. This is my sister. I wanted to be nice. I wanted to really make her happy. I'm very excited for her about, her first baby. So I'm like, let's do it the right way. So yeah, so those are the invites. As far as how long to give people to RSVP, I want to say I sent these out like beginning mid-April, like maybe it was like April like 10th or something, and I gave people until May 24th to RSVP. The shower itself is in late June, so I did Google this, and I kind of was like, what's the protocol here? Because I'm actually invited to a baby shower, and they put the RSVP as like a week beforehand, and I was like, that's not enough time to like know like how much food and things and whatever that you need. So I mean, you should have, and most people should RSVP before that, but so I gave people about a month, and I've heard at this point from most people, there's still maybe like 10 or so that I'm missing RSVPs from. That's another thing that you're gonna have to realize, that whether it's your wedding or showers or whatever, like some people just suck and they just don't prioritize RSVPing, and they just literally won't. And this happened with my wedding. I would say literally half of our people that we invited just literally did not RSVP, and I was like, okay, I'll remember that, and I do. It's like literally just say that you can't come. Like, what is happening? Are you that like unorganized? Like that in a month you can't like send a quick text? Like, I just can't relate to that. I really can't. So you might have to chase down a few people, unfortunately, but you just have to accept that this is the case. So also, if you think people are gonna RSVP immediately because your event is top of their mind, it's not. So if you need to know by XYZ date, like, put the RSVP like 2 weeks before that, right? Also, the venue sometimes needs to have a head count not sometimes, they need to know a head count at whatever date. For us, I think it's 2 weeks before, but I knew in my head that I wanted to have I keep also an Excel spreadsheet list of everybody that said yes and no, and make sure that you write it down immediately. You're going to forget. It's funny because everyone, 40 and under, like, texts obviously to be like, hey, I'm coming, but then we had some of the boomer age people like actually call me, and I have to sit there and talk to these people. I don't even know them. I'm like, hello, Peggy, we can't wait to see you. It's like my sister's husband's like aunt. I'm like, I have no idea who this person is. Whatever. So we got the venue, we got the invitations. Next thing to think about for us was decor. Now, my sister is like super bougie. She likes things to be really nice and aesthetic. For her bridal shower that she planned, she had like a flower bar. She had really pretty like table. She like rented tablecloths to bring to the venue, which is so extra. And she had beautiful frames and this and that. Like, she really went all out. So I'm like, okay, like, again, I really want to be like nice with my sister. Now, what we were originally gonna do is decorate ourselves, right? My mom is good at making like floral arrangements, and we were just gonna go to Michael's and get like silk flowers and like make floral arrangements, and then try to find somebody that would do a backdrop, like a photo backdrop. But I ended up convincing my mom to hire a decorator with me and having her contribute, me contribute, and my dad contribute, so that we could all split it. Which at first she was like hesitant about, because my mom is almost 70 years old. Like, it's the day and age, right? That's not the way things were before. We're in the aesthetic Instagram, pic looking phase of things looking beautiful and nice. And I swear to God, I just heard a man whisper something to me. I just felt like a ghost energy. That was so bizarre. I'm gonna leave this in. That was so weird. I don't even believe in stuff like that. Anyway, so she's not planned any type of shower thing in a million years. She's disconnected from this world, and is like, back in my day, like a jug of milk cost 10 cents and they delivered it to your door. So I was like, Mom, do this. I'm like, she's your daughter, like, we're not paying for like the venue or anything in the food. Like, you did the weddings, we got those out of the way, the bridal showers are done. You're gonna have one more baby shower eventually for me to plan and put money out for. Like, let's just do this for her. Like, she will really appreciate it. She's like, all right, fine, you're right. I was like, okay, great. So, also, again, like, going to Manhattan and bringing all this stuff in the car and then having to bring it back and find an easel and frames and this, and like, it's just like a pain in the ass. So, of course, at this time, I had a job. And I thought, let's spend money on a decorator. But, still worth it. And I'm actually so excited to see everything, and I think it's going to be great. And we're also paying for the convenience of having somebody come and set it up. So what we're going to have is, we've got 2 rooms, okay, in this venue. We've got a room that is for past, like, they're going to come in, and for the first 45 minutes, we're going to have past hors d'oeuvres, like a bar. That's where we're going to have, the, I guess the gifts we'll put there. I have to figure that piece out, actually. We'll have the photo backdrop there, okay? So everyone's walking around, they're having their little past hors d'oeuvres, so there's a photo backdrop. Then we have the room next door where everyone's gonna go sit down for a formal lunch. So this is like the vibes. I googled and I found the vibes of the photo backdrop that I wanted. Guys, how freaking cute is this? So my sister's actually having a boy, so it's going to be a blue version of this, but I sent this to the decorator and I was like, I want this pretty much exactly we blew up so many balloons. Oh my god. Making those balloon walls is the single-handed, like, biggest pain in my ass I've ever had to do. Same with a bachelorette party. Like, I would rather pay someone to come in and make it and look actually nice than spending 6 hours in it, doing it and blowing up balloons, and it still looks like shit. So we're having that as the backdrop. I think it's so adorable. And then for the tables, it's gonna be like little like blue runner cut type of things, like material, like light blue, and then have like little bud vases with like blue and white flowers in them. And I was very specific to the decorator about keeping, you know, the colors really kind of like pretty light, like muted pastel blues and everything. So I think it's gonna look gorgeous, and they're gonna be real flowers, right? Instead of what we were originally gonna do with silk. But I'm not hating on silk. My mom did this Michael's silk florals thing for my bridal shower, and at the end of it, she just gave an arrangement to everybody. I have one of the arrangements in my downstairs bathroom, actually. So everyone just like took one home. Not everyone, a couple people were like, oh well, sure, I'll take that as like decor for my house, because what were we gonna do with all these florals? So however you want to do it. But again, us being in Philly and like the shower being in New York, I think we're paying for convenience, and it's gonna be great. She's also gonna be doing a really cute welcome sign that looks like this. She did send me some options for like acrylic with like paint on them, but honestly I'm not into the acrylic ones. I think a nice cardboard sign that's like colorful and whatever just like looks cuter. So we get that, we get the big backdrop with the florals and the balloon, we get the runners, the bud vases, and then she's gonna probably have extra flowers to put around like the gifting table and things. So I trust that it's gonna look really, really great. It's funny because, so, sister being a control freak and a planner, I was trying to find a decorator, and I was emailing with the venue, and I kept trying to remove my sister off this email, but the venue uses some sort of platform where it keeps everybody in the original email thread like in it. I don't know, it's like whatever they use for their email. Like, I swear I'm not a boomer. I know how to take somebody off CC. Like, and I was asking them if they had any suggestions for decorators, and my sister accidentally was on that email, and she of course sends me like, oh, here, you could try this person. I'm like, you're not supposed to look. But of course I ended up using a person that she sent. I'm like, it's already Gina approved, like whatever. And then there's also going to be some little candles, some little votives on the tables, I was gonna say tables. So it's going to be really cute, not like crazy overdone or crazy extravagant or gaudy by any means, of course, because my sister is not, she doesn't like things gaudy. You should have seen how she clowned me when I was in my Jerseylicious phase. And then also, so with the lunch comes a seated like formal dessert, right? You know, it's a set menu or whatever, and we get dessert, whatever, we get gelato, cake, I forget what it is, I think you can choose. But I went to a baby shower, and I saw and ate the most beautiful, most delicious cake I've ever had. And you guys know I'm not like a super big like sweets person, but this cake was gorgeous. It was delectable, and I was like, oh my god, like, who is this bakery? Like, I need to use this person if I'm ever planning an event. And the bakery is called New June Bakery. She's located in Kensington. For anyone that's in the Philly area, you can just like find her on Instagram. And she makes these stunning cakes. They're like these like vintage vibes, like vintage feel. Like, I'll put a picture here. Like, how freaking cute is this cake? They're not cheap, I will say, but gorgeous and again delicious. Because sometimes, you know, cakes can be beautiful, but they can taste like shit. Like, nobody wants that. through a friend that had her baby's first birthday and got cookies from this girl. And I'll wait to say her business's name. I'll post it on Instagram in my story. But we'll wait just in case. So we're gonna have these really cute cookies. So this is kind of like the general vibe, like how freaking cute are these? And they're actually only $2.50 per cookie, which we went to another bakery and they quoted us $6.50 per cookie. But I knew this girl would be cheaper because she seems like she's young. She's like just starting out, but she's really talented. So I'm really excited to see these and have these there and just have them be a part of like a cute, fun little dessert table, whatever. So we'll have the cookies, we'll have the cake, we'll have the backdrop, we'll have the vases, we've got all that, the votives. What else? So favors I talked about before. Now for me, the favors just happened to line up, and I'm going to show you my little sample favor here, but I was like, what should we do for favors? And before I even really had time to think about it, I had Temu, it's actually pronounced, reach out to me and want to do a video sponsorship, and I was like, oh shit, like, I wonder if I could like make this work and get the favors off Temu. I'm still gonna say Temu. And so I ended up getting these little bags. I think that this is technically supposed to be folded in, but I have a lotion in here and it's too tall and it won't fold, so I think it's fine the way that I did it. But I got these cutie little tiny little bags with gold writing that says thank you on it, and then I specifically got these light blue bows, and she's having a boy, just plain on the back, and then inside it's like the little like grass, right, like the little stuffing, white of course, and then there's a little candle in here. It smells really good. A candle in here and a little hand lotion, and they're pretty and they're adorable. I forget which video I did the sponsorship for them. If you want to see more of this, I don't want to open it because I don't want to take the stuff out and have to redo it. But how freaking adorable are these? It's so cute, and like, you don't need to go crazy with the favors. Like, it's not even a given that you need to necessarily have them. And I think sometimes people spend so much money on favors and they get like left behind or whatever. Now, I didn't pay for these, right? Because it was through a sponsorship, but they gave me a price limit. I'm probably not even allowed to say this, of $200 for everything that I ordered. And so I was able to get favors with the little lotion and the candle and the bag and the stuffing for 50 people, essentially, for $200, which really is not bad at all. Sometimes people might do the cookies, right, that we ordered, like one little cookie, and you could put it on everybody's seat. I like that these are little bags, and we can kind of put these maybe next to the cake, or like at the near the gifts table or whatever, and kind of line them up so they're cute. And they're just like, what's not to love? What woman isn't going to use a little hand cream in her purse by her bedside and a little candle? So I am very proud of myself for my little favors. So, there's a lot of options that you can do there to keep it not too expensive. Other things, of course, registry wise, my sister had set up her registry, and you don't need to put like a link on the invitation, a whole URL. You can just say she's registered at blah blah blah. People are capable, they can go to that website and type their name in. So there was that, and people have the option to either send the gift straight to her or bring it to the shower. This is another thing I feel very strongly about. If you want to disagree, you can disagree, but I'm a full-time hater of people opening their gifts at their shower, bridal shower, baby shower. I think it's ridiculous. I think it is so boring. I'm so sorry. I'm being such a hater. This is how I feel. I did not open gifts at my shower. I mean, most people honestly like gave us money towards our honeymoon fund, to be honest. But Gina will not be opening gifts at her baby shower. She did not do it at her bridal shower. Who really wants to watch that? I think it's a tradition that is dying. I think some people do it, and sometimes, you have to do it because your mom may be paid by the shower. She wants to see you open the gifts, and you're like, whatever, let me do it. But who wants to sit there and watch somebody open presents for themselves or for their baby for like an hour, like especially if it's a bigger shower? So if you're on the fence, I'm gonna be the friend that's real with you. Nobody wants to watch it, so don't do it. If you feel like you have to do it or you did it and you feel the need to defend yourself, don't. You're fine. I've been to plenty of showers where they've opened gifts. I don't care. I'm gonna have a side conversation and like sip my champagne and like watch and clap, but it's not fun for anyone, like except for your mom and your mother-in-law and like your really close aunt. I apologize. So we will not be doing that. Now, games is another thing that I think the tradition is kind of changing, and people are a little bit more flexible with what they do with games. At my bridal shower, we just did, I think, just 2 little games, right? Like, you don't need to do 50 games that take 45 minutes. Like, we're all adults, and it's cutesy for a second, but let them have champagne, let them chat. The games help to kind of break that up and get everybody, like, involved with each other. That's my calendar reminding me to make this YouTube video. I'm already doing it, okay? Complete. Goodbye. So, games. So, my mom and I gave my, sister's mother-in-law the responsibility of games because, of course, I wanted her to feel involved. So I've been telling my mom and mother-in-law and stuff all the things that we've got planned and we've got going. But again, like, my sister's gonna trust me with like the vibes. So my mother-in-law, I think she maybe got 2 games. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but we're gonna like let her have that and let her go with that. We want to make her feel included in everything. She's being really helpful. So I'm not totally sure what the games are, but I gave her a general guideline, right? If nothing that's too cheesy or whatever. For example, I think 2 games. So one game I feel like I saw this on a TV show, that it was like a baby shower. Was this on the Kardashians? Where it's like a diaper with a melted chocolate in it. So you have to eat the melted chocolate and then guess what the candy bar is. My sister would die if we did that at her shower. She'd be mortified. Although, if you're planning for someone that you know that's type of their vibe, their sense of humor, whatever, like, go for it. Another one that I don't love, and I saw at a recent baby shower, was the measuring of the stomach, or guessing how big the mom's stomach is. And they gave out this like paper, like measuring tape type of stuff, and they said rip it at the place where you think how big mom's belly is, and then we all had to go up to her and hold it around her stomach and see who was closest, and that person won. So I'm very good friends with that person, as well as the person that like helped plan that stuff, and I love them. I personally would never want people coming up and like measuring my fat stomach and like all like laughing at how fat that I am while pregnant. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just sensitive. I think, again, it just depends on the person. The mom at this baby shower, she's the most chill person ever, and I am not. So just make sure you have an idea of the person for the games. Another thing I got to, speaking of games, is this little game thing. This is also from Temu, and this is just something that you can, it's not necessarily like same with bridal showers, like, oh, never go to bed angry, whatever. Some moms or brides might like to have that to look back on from their guests. Just a nice little a word of wishing them well. So we'll put that on the table with some pens as well. And then the final thing is really just having a playlist, right? Having some music. You don't want it to be completely silent. I know with this venue that they can let us just create a playlist and play it over the speaker. So I honestly, my sister wanted me to like create a Spotify playlist. I'm not going to do that. Nobody tell her. I'm just gonna find like a pre-made one already. This isn't a wedding. There's no DJ. We're not gonna be dancing. It's gonna be very soft background music, and we want light, nice, coastal grandmother vibes, like songs just kind of playing in the background to just kind of set the tone. So don't ever forget music. And yeah, that is really everything, right? So we have the decor, the food, the alcohol, choosing the hors d'oeuvres, like all that stuff, like we're doing with the venue. Never be afraid to ask the venue questions. Never overlook any small details. Okay, you're having 35 people. What does that look like as far as how many tables it's broken up into? Are the tables round? Are they rectangular? What's the measurement on the tables? Like, it's just always good to have those details and never like wing something. Things will always go wrong, or maybe not to plan, or you can kind of pivot if you need to. But when it comes to planning events, no matter what it is, you can never be over prepared. And I guarantee you, especially if you're planning the event for somebody else, they will really, really appreciate that you thought of every detail and went through those lengths. So if you have any specific questions